Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Aliyah, where we discuss all things fashion. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey guys, we are on season 2, episode 66. This is how I would style the girl group FLO if they were my client. Now, this has been a request from quite a few people. I'm talking on YouTube, on TikTok. I have, and kind of still don't really have an idea of who these girls are, but I have been seeing all the comments. Can you please do the girl group FLO, 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 FLO? And I have so many thoughts. So I believe the girl with the cleft chin is Jorja. The light-skinned one is Stella. And then the black girl is Renee, if I have that right. Now, I just have so many thoughts, but like the very first call out I have is the hair. What the hell is going on with the hair with this group? I just can't. That was the first thing that stuck out to me. I also feel like Jorja potential is being wasted. I feel like her look, I don't know. I feel like she has such a signature face to kind of be a star. And it kind of reminds me of a lot of those pop groups in the early 2000s, like that type of look. But that hair, I don't know who is picking out the hairstyles for her, but the hair is just not it. And I don't understand why she's in black hair. It's just so much. I was just left with so many question marks. And then when we get into the fashion, the outfits are terrible. Like, no shade. And it's like nothing is cohesive. Nothing goes together. Outside of the occasional, they may have the same color on, but it just doesn't give girl group to me with the fashion. Everything is all over the place. The hair is all over the place. The makeup don't really be given. And it's just like, what the hell is going on? So now I am understanding why I was getting so many requests to do this group. And like when I saw Renee, I'm like, well, she reminds me of a Diet Pepsi Normani. Like, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know. Like, it's just something that's just not doing it for me image-wise with this group. And I heard a clip of them singing. I said, okay, they sound pretty decent, but I don't know what the hell is going on image-wise with them. So I'm going to have to, child, y'all wanted me to work. Okay, this episode, that's really what y'all wanted me to do, was to work, because how can I put it? Everyone looks so different, and everyone needs something different, makeup and hair wise. And although the outfits need to be cohesive in the sense with the fashion, I think the hair, makeup needs vary depending on the girl. So I'm going to have to go through and do each person individually. And yeah, so like I said, y'all wanted me to work this episode. So this is how I would style the girl group FLO if they were my client. First up is Jorja. I'm doing her first just because I just feel like she has such a underutilized sex appeal. And like I said, the first thing that has to go is their hair. And I want to go drastically to the other side with her hair. So I would do like a platinum icy blonde on her in short. So I'm gonna show y'all the color first, and then I'm gonna go into the different variations of hairstyles that I would love to see her with in the why. But first, I wanted y'all to see the color that I'm envisioning, and then we're gonna get into the hairstyles. But yes, I feel like this color will look so good on her. The black does nothing for her. Red does nothing for her. The shade of blonde she's been choosing does nothing for her. But this, I think, will dial the sex appeal up several notches. It will also have her standing out and will also have her looking like she's actually in a girl group. Okay, so let's get into the actual hairstyles. I want her in short, sexy, edgy, fashionable hair. I don't want her in nothing long and black. I don't want her in black hair. I also don't want her in heavy bangs like she's been in. Like, I know some of these styles like have hair in the face, but it's also hair that kind of frames the face. I feel like a lot of the hairstyles that she's getting now are like these heavy bangs with this long hair that does absolutely nothing for her face. Absolutely nothing. And then on top of that, you got a color that's doing absolutely nothing for her face or her bone structure. And it's crazy because I had to go to celebrity pictures because I couldn't even find regular girls when I was Googling it, who were giving me like the hairstyles that I wanted. Everything was these new damn pixies that everybody's doing, but I don't want her to have the regular traditional pixie. Like how Victoria Beckham has her hair, Khalees, Rihanna. It's just like something with some edge, some depth. I want her to, although it's short, I still want her to have some volume in her hair. Again, with that structure. And then just envision these hairstyles, that platinum icy blonde. Now that is a pop star, baby. Like that, this hair would be tea on her. Like, this is what I want. This is what I want to see her in. And she needs to do it like today. For Jorja makeup, I want her in smoked out liner or smoked out eyeshadow. I feel like currently, like, their look as a group gives like fresh teenager that's playing in their older sister closet. And I just really want them to step into looking like grown-ass women in a group. And with that hair, that platinum blonde, short hair that I want her to have, I feel like it's only right to have the smoked out looks with that type of hair to really add and consistently give like sex appeal without trying and without overdoing it. Like, the smoke with that hair is just like the perfect combination. I feel like that's the type of hair and this is the type of makeup that gets you in the headlines and gets you in those blog articles about what's next and what to expect from the group and what makeup is trending or what hair is trending. I feel like this is the direction that would get people to discuss them in different categories outside of just music. Okay, so let's get into the fashion that I would do for Jorja. Now, before we get deep into these looks, I want to say I think the issue with a lot of the fashion is that all the girls in the group are trying to do the same lane, and I don't think we've ever seen a girl group just all try to be one type of lane, if that makes sense. Now, the clear siren sex vixen as like the sexiest member in the group is Jorja. I know Stella would like to believe it's her, and I'm saying this based off of the photos and stuff that I seen, but it's Jorja. So I'm gonna need Stella to have to kind of go a different lane, because between the height, the features and stuff like that, Stella doesn't kind of hold a candle to Jorja's sex appeal. So I'm going to give that lane fully to Jorja. Now, I will put Stella in more of like the sexy tomboyish type of category if I had to style a group. Now, I know Stella may not want it, but I think that's where she will thrive. And I'm not saying so left tomboy like Aliyah or like a left eye type of fashion, but more like that kind of, how can I put it? T-Boz, Keisha from Total type of tomboyish, where it was still sexy, but like some of the fashion was a little bit it could be pieces that can be interchanged between men's wear and women's wear, if that makes sense. So tomboy doesn't necessarily, sexy tomboy doesn't necessarily mean that we're about to go just straight sweatpants and stuff like that. But I do think that she could benefit from having more sportier type of fashion pieces in her look. And then for Renee, I'm going to go more of that sexy sweetheart type of look, like Kima in Total, like LaToya Luckett, in the original like Destiny's Child, like the girls who kind of like with their hair, it's like they always have like some cute behind, longer hair type of hairstyle. The look may not be as edgy as some of their bandmates, but it still works for them and who they are, like in a group, like Ty and SWV. Like, it's just, it's always been like Chili and TLC. Like, it's like, that's the type of lane that I would do for Renee. So I just wanted to get that established first so you guys can understand the direction that I was going in. So, like I said, with Jorja, I feel like her sex appeal is one of the most underutilized things in this group. So I decided to go with a lace Dolce & Gabbana jumpsuit, just because jumpsuits, I think, just automatically give sex appeal. And then you add that lace, it just gives that will they, won't they type of energy to the look. Now, when I seen this jumpsuit online, I didn't like the undergarments that the model had on with it. So I decided to pair it with a Dolce & Gabbana bra and thong. Like kind of what they call like a brief, like kind of thong briefish type of situation. Because Jorja body is C and she's tall as hell. And so it's kind of creating like that sexy illusion to it without it being so overt. Because I think that's another issue with like the girls now. It's a little too much sex being sold, but it's not being sold in the right way. Instead of it looking classy and upscale and sexy, it kind of looks cheap and sexy. So we're trying to get her into that more upscale adult type of feel. And then we paired it with the Dolce & Gabbana heels with the pumps. And I thought this would just be such a vibe and such a look. I was debating about using a pop of color, but honestly, the black just really worked together. Then I picked out this clutch. As you see, it has like the cute little feathers at the end of it. So we're playing with texture throughout the entire outfit. And to bring it home, I decided to do the large heart Balenciaga earrings just to make a statement, because I also stated that I want her hair to be short and platinum blonde. And I feel like this would just be such a vibe, such a look, such a Dolce & Gabbana moment. I think this would be a look that would really start to get the girls like in the fashion type of conversation, like who wore it best, or who wore this, or did you guys see Jorja's latest Dolce & Gabbana look? Like, that's the energy and vibe that I'm going for with this type of look. For Jorja's next look, like I said, I'm keeping all the girls on theme. So for the next theme, it was like a silver, bluish type of, well, navy-ish type of theme. So I thought this dress was really cool. And if you actually see it on the model, it has like more structure in the front part. But I wanted to dress the dress down. I didn't want it to give, how can I put it, like red carpet or classier than what it needed to be. Because again, it will be in sync with the other girl's look. So that's why I paired it with these boots, because I felt like the boots were still very high fashion, cute, but pairing boots with a dress like this automatically kind of dresses it down. And that's also why I went so gaudy with the accessories as well, like the big Balenciaga earrings, the Dolce & Gabbana bracelet, the Judith Lieber novelty clutch, because I wanted it to be just like the gaudiest side of fashion, but still work. So that way it kind of works with the dress instead of against it, while still dressing it down. But I also thought this would be a great look on Jorja. For this next look, again, this is another look for Jorja. This was more of like the greenish metallic and silver type of theme that I did with these looks. So for her, again, I wanted something that was going to go with her height, create sex appeal, but also be fashion forward. So with this type of corset, although it looks like it's covering the full top, it still will be very shapely, and it will also have her cleavage sitting up really nice. And then I paired it with this really cute skirt that's still very fun. And I can't lie, like when I saw like these metallic colors, it also made me think of just Destiny's Child, like early 2000s Destiny's Child. And then I wanted to do kind of like a mini monochromatic play with like the different type of greens, different shades of neon green. So that's why I paired it with these Jimmy Choo open toe heels, and then the Fendi purse. I thought that would just be like a cute play together. And then I brought the look home with the vintage Chanel earrings, and I thought this would just be a really cute high fashion look that would still be able to pair really well with the other looks with her group mates. This is the final look that I had for Jorja before we go into Renee. And so with this theme, it was like a gold, silver, S type of theme. And I feel like when you're using golds and silver, sometimes you need a look to kind of break it all up. And so this look will make more sense when you see the other ones. But Jorja look was the breakup look. Where it still has nods at the gold and some hints at the silver, but it's not as dominant as the other two looks. And I thought this bodysuit would be really cute, especially with the gold buckle on the front paired with the gold skirt, which is so cute and chic and just very fashionable. I paired it with the heels, the handbag, and of course the very, very fun earrings. And these earrings are also going to be a recurring theme and for each group meet, with the gold and silver S type of theme looks. But I thought this would be such a cute high fashion look for Jorja that, again, plays on the height as the sex appeal, will pair very well with the hair that I suggested that she get. And I just love I just love this look just overall for her. Okay, so let's get into hair for Renee. I want her out of the blonde, out of the braids, out of the twist. Simply because, one, I think it is making her look younger, and it gives just such an adolescent feel about it. Two, I don't know what it is about that color and those hairstyles that just kind of put me in the mind of Normani. Now, I know Normani doesn't always wear her hair like that, but for some reason, I want Renee to just have like a separate identity of her own. And it's just so much of how she's styled and how she looks just looks like a Diet Pepsi Normani. And it may just be me, but like I said, it's just me, just from what I observed. So, like I said, I do think that Renee is the prettiest one out the group. And I do think a lot of her styling and hair and stuff is kind of navigated to kind of turn down her look, in my personal opinion, and kind of makes her look a little frumpy in the group, compared to her two group members. I feel like they're trying to force her in that tomboyish or the girl who kind of wears the pants type of lane in the group, and that's not her. She's pretty. She has amazing features, and she just gives me like where Jorja is the one who would be like I said, the sexier one with the sex appeal and stuff like that. Renee gives me just like the girl who would be the guy's crush in the group, if that makes sense. Like how in TLC you had Chili and like the guys love Chili, and it wasn't really anything super crazy about her image or look, but she was just pretty. And I just feel like that is just such an underutilized tool in girl groups these days. I think that everyone feels like everybody has to do everything, and that's not necessarily true. Even if you look at the dynamic of Destiny's Child, first it was like LaToya Luckett in the original group, where it was just like LaToya was just pretty. She could sing and stuff like that, but she was pretty. And then when they revamped the group, Michelle can sing, but they already had their fan base established. So of course everyone loved Beyonce and Kelly a little bit more because everybody had the hang-ups about the original group, but Michelle was pretty. And so along with the voice, she also had good looks going for her. So if nothing else, if all else would have failed, she went along with the aesthetic of the group too. But I feel like you see like as I mentioned earlier, in total, Kima in total, pretty, didn't have the edgy shortcuts like Pam and Keisha, but again was still cute, still pretty. She was all cute, little and petite in a group. So I feel like that type of member always has its place. And so how I would like to see that with Renee is through her hair. I want longer hair. I want her in black hair immediately. I want layers. I want curls. I want volume. That is what I want on Renee. I want her to fully lean into that baddie 90s 2000 type of beautiful woman aesthetic. Like, I want Renee to go there, land there, sit there, own that lane, instead of all the... And it's not to say that I have issue with braids when it comes to styling, but particularly on her, I think those type of hairstyles work against her instead of with her. It kind of makes her like a little kid. So the direction I want her to go with her hair, I just want her to fully kind of give grown ass woman that's fine and beautiful and like just flirtatious, if you will. I want Renee to have that energy. Now, as far as makeup goes with Renee, I want her to have a soft makeup look but with color. I would love to see this come back to the girls. I feel like a lot of people are doing such natural makeup looks. Now, I don't want her completely left dramatic, but I do want the color there still, but just done in a very soft, flirtatious, cute, but still sexy and adult way. I think these type of makeup looks, along with that hair and the direction I want to go in with the fashion, I think will really solidify her just being like that girl that's still fashionable, cute, petite, with the cute voice when she sings. And I can see her being the one that the guys like have the crush on, if you will, like Renee, yeah, she just in the third. Like, I don't know, like I just feel like that factor is missing from the group, and I feel like that lane could really be dominated by Renee. Okay, so here is Renee's first look. I wanted to continue with the black. I wanted to continue with that lacy type of theme, and I wanted to continue with kind of like that transparent type of look. I thought this dress would be really cute on her because Renee is shorter. So I wanted to give off sexy, but still honor the lane that I said I want her in, as far as being that cute, flirtatious type of boys first crush type of energy with her dress. And then I felt like the shoes paired really well with it because I wanted to kind of give her a little bit more length in her legs. So that's why I chose to do the open toe, kind of twist up the ankle and have a higher heel. I felt like this Prada little bag went really cute with this look. Again, very small, cute, kind of matches with her stature. Got the earrings that kind of complement the shoes. And then we kept it very simple with the jewelry with just two little bangles on the arm so that way it doesn't overwhelm the look. Okay, the next look was the silver and navy bluish theme that I was speaking about. Okay, so I actually picked out her shorts first. I was like, oh, these are really cute. But then I wanted to kind of give like a little bit of a Sex in the City, New York type of nod. So that's why I went with the Dior shirt, because I didn't want to overly style the shorts and make it a little too dressy. Again, remember I said my goal was to kind of dress the looks down but still have them looking very fashion forward. So it was very hard to find a boot that went perfectly, but when I came across these Dolce & Gabbana boots, I was like, oh, denim with this would be fire. And then we paired it with the Jimmy Choo bag and have the cute Chanel earrings, and I was like, this is such a cute but still fashion forward look. That is also very complimentary to her height and physique, and still will keep her in the fashion conversation. And I think it's very complimentary to Jorja's outfit and look as well. All right, here's the next look for Renee. This was the metallic greens and blues look that I was telling you guys about. I have to say, this is one of my favorite looks that I styled for her. First of all, I love this Poochie skirt. I was like, I feel like these days everyone does the same type of Poochie style when it comes to their clothing. So when I seen this, I was like, this is it. This is perfect. And I thought it was very complimentary to Georgia's look as well. And again, we put the fun shirt with it, with the detailing, and then I found these heels. I was like, oh, these Giuseppe's would be so cute with this skirt, especially with the detailing that's on the back of the heel. I love this Chanel bag. I'm not gonna lie, this is the second time I styled someone with this bag. Somebody needs to buy this because it's so cute. But I felt like it went so perfect with the skirt and the overall energy that I was trying to give to the look. And my favorite part of this outfit is the earrings. Oh my God, they are so just like camp, if you will. Like, these are so cute. So I put them with the look because I love giving like little surprises to a look that you probably wouldn't expect would be there. Because in what world would you think that these type of earrings would be paired with a Poochie skirt? But it just worked. It just came together, and I thought this look would look so good on Renee. And again, solidify her in that fashion lane while still giving her that cute but sexy but still flirtatious type of energy in her fashion. Okay, this is the last look that I did for Renee. This is the gold and silver theme. So remember I said once you start seeing their looks, Jorja look would make more sense about being that middle ground that's kind of breaking the looks up. I thought this dress will be so cute on Renee. And again, it also gave me very much Destiny's Child, Beyonce type of energy as well with the overall silhouette with it. I felt like this would look so cute on her petite physique. And that's why I paired it with this style of heel, kind of giving that gladiator-esque type of vibe with it, because again it's going to be fall very mini on her. So I felt like we had to do something fun at the bottom and just go really dramatic in all ways that we could, but in a fun way. And I felt like this Dolce & Gabbana handbag paired perfectly with the dress. And then I've found these really fun earrings. Remember I said these earrings are going to be a reoccurring theme throughout the gold looks, and I found the perfect bangle to pair with it. And I felt like this look overall was very fashion forward, very much that girl, very much gives girl group type of energy, but also kind of gives everyone like their personal identity and stands them apart in the fashion conversation. Okay, so let's now get into Stella and the type of hair that I would like her to have. Okay, Stella to me is such a layered conversation. I think she is a very cute girl. And with me knowing that this group is based out of the UK, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like Europe, UK or something like that. But I feel like a lot of Stella's image is predicated and based on her being cute and light skinned. Now, I'm not saying her talent is, I'm saying the image. And I feel like, again, no one likes colorism, but I feel like that strategy only works when the girls in a group are not as equally attractive, if you will. However, all the girls in FLO are beautiful, but they're beautiful in different ways. Like I said, Jorja is very much like that sexy siren, should be on someone's runway type of energy. And Renee is just naturally beautiful. Like, she's stunning, like without even trying. So when you put a cute or pretty light-skinned girl next to two faces like that, it kind of looks very basic and mediocre. Especially because Jorja is also kind of like on the lighter side, although she tans sometimes. But it's like that strategy doesn't work. So she kind of falls in the wind somewhere. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of Renee styling is toned down to kind of make Stella shine a little bit more. Again, not talking about the music. I'm talking about the actual styling in the hair and the makeup. Now, to me, I think Stella's image overall is very boring. I think she swerves too much into trying to be into Jorja's lane, image-wise. Like, I feel like they're trying to be like, yeah, we're both sexy vixens and this, that, and the third. And it just doesn't give that. Like, Jorja is very statuesque. And so, Stella, you can't stand it in that category at all. But again, I think she's cute. So I think what Stella needs for her image is edge. I think that they need to take her out of that cute but sexy light-skinned girl type of lane and put her in the edgy risk taker out there lane in the group. kind of like how, again, Left Eye and TLC, like how a lot of her looks were very edgy compared to her counterparts. Even if you take Destiny's Child, Kelly hair was very edgy compared to her counterparts. And you see this as a recurring theme in a lot of girl groups. Is always going to be that one member that they utilize to kind of do the fun and funky type of things. And I think that needs to be Stella in this group. So when I speak about the hair, I want her with fun, edgy, out there hair looks. I think it will take her from being a very boring image-wise character in the group to a very fun one to look at and to be like, and the focus be less of, oh, she's pretty and light skinned, and more of like, Stella always has the best hairstyles because they're just so edgy and they're so fun. They're so out there. She's always trying something. She's always taking risk. I think she has the potential to do that. And I think her face is cute enough to be able to carry the out there hairstyles and the out there looks. And this was my main point about the group, where it's like these girls have skill sets image wise that no one is tapping into. Like I said, Jorja has a sex appeal. Renee has that just regular essence, beautiful type of energy. And Stella is pretty much a blank canvas that you can manipulate and navigate any direction that you want to. And the direction that she needs to be in is just that edgy, fashion forward, risk taker type of lane in this group dynamic. And if you guys need an example of what that looks like in real time, please think of Rihanna. Ponder replay Rihanna and how she was cute, light skinned with her little blondish type of hair and sometimes darker colors with her crop tops and her little jeans, and was very basic and just felt very much in with what everybody else was doing until they took her, revamped her, and her style went so edgy, so groundbreaking. It was risk with the hair, risk with the makeup, risk with the fashion. It took her into a completely different direction with her career. And I think that same formula needs to be applied to Stella, especially with the hair, 100%. For Stella's makeup, I want to continue with the fun. I want her with bold color makeup looks. Again, I want the makeup so out there. Put you very much in the mind of Black, that group. I just want the color. I want bold colors. I want lashes. I want a liner. I want to play with glitter. Like, I want that on Stella. Like I said, I feel like that fun out there hair, the fun out there makeup would really, really give her some edge and give her a real identity image-wise in the group. And then it would just have them just checking every category perfectly. You got Jorja for the sex appeal. You got Renee just for their overall cuteness, like where Jorja may be a man's fantasy, Renee is like the reality of who they really see themselves being with and like who they would kind of navigate their real life girl after. And then you have Stella, who would have that image of like who all the girls want to be like and dress like, and would be just like that confidence booster just instantly, because like especially for all the girls who kind of don't really feel seen and are looking for identities, and they kind of go to like their favorite musical artist for that. I feel like Stella has the potential to do that. And again, the women will look at Jorja and Renee as well, like as, you know, fashionable, cute, attractive. Well, I want to be on the runway like her. Oh, I want Renee's hair or Renee's skin and stuff like that. But I'm just kind of using my kind of mind when I think about growing up and me looking at girl groups and kind of the perspective from both men and women when I'm making these examples. But I think that Stella has a lot of potential to really be a breakout star as far as just taking risk and doing makeup looks and trends that it's like doing these very out there makeup looks and trends amongst a time where everybody's trying to do soft girl, clean girl makeup. I think she would really stand out by doing these bold makeup looks and will probably find herself in a few news articles or blog pages because of it with the hair and the makeup. So I would really, really love to see her take this direction. Last but not least, let's get into Stella's look. So I purposely styled Stella in looks with pants because I just wanted to completely dismantle the direction that they have been taking her in fashion wise and just prove time and time again that the strategy that I stated I wanted to do with her will work as far as giving her that edgy, fashionable, a dash of tomboy, kind of out there esque type of look and lane. So where I did a dress and a bodysuit for Jorja and Renee, for Stella, I did the lace crop bustier top, which will have a little bit of midriff out, and then I paired it with the Dolce & Gabbana pants, which kind of still has like that bustier-esque type of feel, and we continued with the black and lace theme, and the Jimmy Choo pumps paired perfectly with the bustier, and then we did the cute handbag and the cute earrings that all paired together, give a little bit of edge. It's still cohesive with the other looks, but it's very different than the direction of her two group mates. And I think with the hair and the makeup that I suggested that Stella should do, I think it would flow together perfectly. No pun intended. For Stella's next look, again, going with the navy, silver, blue-esque type of theme. I picked out her pants first because I thought these would be so cute and so fire. And they also have like a little bit of transparency in them as well, and the sequin. So another thing I forgot to say, with the blue looks, I was also playing off the sequin theme as well. I forgot to notate that. I thought this bodysuit paired perfectly with it because it also gave sex appeal in the front and the back. I paired these heels with it because I just thought they were so cute and fashionable. I found this cute little heart handbag, and I thought these Chanel earrings would pair perfectly. And again, with the hair and the makeup that I want her to go in, I felt like this was still a cute but fashion forward type of look, and proving my point again that you can still do like the pants and stuff and still properly execute a fashionable outfit that's still edgy. Again, gives a dash of that little bit of tomboy to it, but also gives a little bit of sex appeal without clashing with the lane that Jorja is in. I had so much fun styling this look for Stella. I found the pants first and then the top. And then I was just like, ooh, again, I love kind of doing colors that traditionally wouldn't go together, and kind of doing like the low-key monochromatic play off of greens and stuff like that, but not like overly doing it. And so I was like, okay, these pants would be perfect with a platforms S type of shoes. So that's how I landed on these shoes. I felt like the handbag tied in perfectly, and of course the vintage Chanel earrings. Again, and just imagine a bold makeup look, a fun hairstyle with this. It's so sexy. It's so fashion forward. Again, it still gives the edge of tomboy-esque because it's sexy, but it's not overtly sexy. And I think this look will look so good on Stella, and I think this actual color will look amazing on her skin tone as well. For Stella's last look, okay, so this goes back to that gold and silver-esque type of theme. I found the pants first, and I was like, okay, these pants would be so cute on her physique and her shape. And again, although they're a pant, they're still very form-fitting, and so there's still a bit of sex appeal about it. I paired it with this top because I felt like it just kind of set it off. And I was also kind of thinking about Beyonce's Sweet Dreams video and how she played off like all that gold and stuff. I was like, okay, this kind of gives like that energy a bit. Paired the pants and the look with the classic pair of Tom Ford open toe heels, because we still want to keep it sexy and still keep it fashion forward. Found the perfect clutch to pair with this. And again, remember I said we were doing the recurring theme with the gold looks with the same earrings from the same brand, and I felt like these earrings paired very well with this look. So this is how I would style FLO if I were their stylist. Y'all, this video took me so long because it's literally you're styling 3 different people with 3 different personality types, 3 different types of looks, and 3 different types of vibes. Y'all bet not ever ask me to do a girl group again. This took so long. Oh my God. It was fun to do, but it was so long to do because, again, it was just so much to unpack unpack, and dissect and give reasons and justifications for. So let me know what you guys think. Y'all have been requesting this for almost a year, and I finally did it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I hope you guys, y'all better have enjoyed this episode, all this work I done put in. And the great thing about this episode, though, y'all, is that it's a little bit longer, so it should help get me to my public watch hours a bit sooner. Okay, I will see you guys next episode. Follow me on LTK to shop all of my style boards. Make sure you follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok at Ashley_Aliyah, and you also can shop my account as well. To book me for styling services, you can visit my website, www.ashleyaliyah.com. To shop my boutique, you can visit www.richbitchcollection.com. If you are in Philadelphia, Delaware, the counties around Philadelphia, or New Jersey area, you can book me for makeup services at www.sincerelyashleyb.com, and you also can shop my cosmetic line. Thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my playlist to binge watch my videos.